Alright guys, so here I am with 3 sticks of unsalted butter. Emphasis placed on the word butter, not margarine. Okay, so it's a difference. But I'm going to use my KitchenAid standing mixer and mix this unsalted butter up very, very well, creaming it together really, really good. Then I'm going to remove the bowl off of the mixer, and we're just going to go ahead and wipe down the paddle attachment very, very well. And not only that, but I'm going to stir up the bottom of the bowl. Anybody who has a KitchenAid standing mixer, you know that whatever you put in it, yes, it does mix it up very, very well, but you do need to have a spoon or spatula, what have you, and just mix up and stir up the bottom of the bowl. To be honest, guys, I love my mixer, honey. I don't know how in the past I was baking things and making stuff with that hand mixer. Like, guys, if you don't have a KitchenAid standing mixer, ladies and gentlemen, please go out. I know they're expensive. Go out, spend the money, get you one. Now we're going to go ahead. We're going to add in our granulated sugar. And we're just going to allow the mixer to just mix these two items very, 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 very well. Alright guys, so now we are done mixing these sugar and the butter together. Now we're going to just once again wipe down the paddle attachment with my spatula and really, really well get all of it off. Make sure it's in the bowl because we want everything just to mix well. And I'm going to, as usual, stir up the bottom with the spatula. And the sides as well. That's another big thing. You got to get the bottom, but you got to get the sides of the bowl. Okay. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to add in the Brickstone sour cream. I think it says Brickstone. I think it's Brickstone, but it's sour cream. And please keep in mind, your sour cream, your butter, and everything needs to be room temperature. Okay, that's key, room temperature. So we're just gonna add all of this in, and just then after that, we're gonna put it back on the mixer and let it mix well. Alright guys, so now as you can see, the butter, the sour cream, and the sugar, it just looks so good. Oh my god, like guys, it looks so good. I really want to just get me like a spoon and just dip it in there and just eat it. It looks so good, and these two items mixed together has a very, very good taste. So yes, it looks so, so good, and it smells just so sweet and just y'all, I like food and I like to eat, so I am a huge, huge, huge foodie. I love food. I love to eat, and my weakness is sweet food. So guys, as you can see, I'm mixing, obviously, the bottom of the bowl, the sides, really, really good, making sure you want everything to be mixed very, very well for this pound cake. Okay, so just hitting it all good, giving it a nice go around, wiping off that good spatula, and put that paddle attachment back on in the bowl, stick it back on, and then we're gonna add vanilla extract. Now guys, when you use vanilla extract, make sure it is real vanilla extract. So it needs to say pure. If it don't say pure, then you don't need to buy it. You need to leave it in the store. To be honest, we would prefer pure organic vanilla extract. But if you can't get the organic, just make sure it says pure. All right? Cool. Alright guys, so now I am here and I'm adding in my flour to the mix. Now, when you are making cakes and making cakes from scratch, I don't care what kind of cake it is. If it's a pound cake, if you're making a chocolate cake from scratch, vanilla, it does not matter. You do not use all-purpose flour. You do not use self-rising flour. You don't use any of that. You use cake flour. Cake flour is a flour that is specifically made for baking cakes and cakes only. Okay? Use cake flour anytime you're making a cake from scratch. Now, I know some people do use all-purpose, but guys, no. Have a little class about yourself. You get you some cake flour, alright? Alright, guys. Alright, guys. So now, anybody who's ever made a old school pound cake, they will tell you use 6 eggs, okay? 6. And when you use your 6 eggs, you place 1 egg in the cake one at a time. You do not go and crack all 6 eggs and throw all 6 eggs in the mixture. You do not do that. You mix each egg into that mixture one at a time. This is why I say, guys, if you do not have some sort of standing mixer, it is best to get one, because recipes like this, you will be sitting there trying to hold the hand mixer and then crack the egg and all that there. No, you put 1 egg in there one at a time. Another thing, guys, when I make cakes, and even just eating breakfast, I only use brown and blue eggs. To me, when it comes out to making cakes and stuff, I feel like when you use brown and blue eggs, to me it comes out better. That's just me. That's what I prefer. And so if you ever get a cake made by me, know I use brown and blue eggs. Okay. So now, guys, we're gonna let this just mix really, really good, and then we're gonna move on to our next ingredient. Alright, guys, so you cannot have an old school 7-Up pound cake without 7-Up. Now, don't get me wrong, I do have heard some people, when they can't find 7-Up, they substitute 7-Up with a Sprite. But let's be honest, guys, it's called 7-Up pound cake for a reason. You gotta have 7-Up. And I'm gonna be honest, I did have a hard time finding some 7-Up. I went to my local Wawa, my local 7-Eleven. I even went to Walmart, child, and they ain't have me no 7-Up. I had to go to the most reliable grocery store in the South, and that's Publix. And Publix had that little 7-Up, and I got it and got on the back door and had to come home and make this video for y'all. Okay? So now we're pouring the 7-Up in here, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to mix this for 30 minutes. Now, if y'all pay attention, I switched it up a little bit. In this last mixing process, do not use your paddle attachment. Use the whisk, or as some of us who have KitchenAids, we call it the balloon. Use that and let that mix the cake up for 30 minutes. So now 30 minutes just came and gone. And now we're going to wipe the balloon down and, mix up the bottom and the sides up really, 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 really well. I'm telling y'all, I love this KitchenAid. I can just put it on for 30 minutes and walk away, go watch TV, and when I come back, my cake is perfectly made to tell. Y'all gotta get y'all right. I'm here for KitchenAid. So now we're gonna do a little bit of a taste test of the batter. Perfection, as always. You can't go wrong with an old school 7-Up pound cake. So now I am wiping the countertops down really, really well. That's another thing. Always keep your prep area and stuff clean. Keep your countertops and stuff clean and wiped down. So now I have this fluted bundt cake pan that I went and I had to purchase for this video especially because my bundt cake pan, yeah, I'm gonna get it out. So nevertheless, we have here some baking spray. Coat your pan down really good. Inside just coat it down really good because we want this cake to slip right on out. Okay. Any little spots that you might miss, get the spots really good. Alright guys, so now I have put majority of the mixture, well really I put you might say all of the mixture inside of the fluted pan. So you know we just want to scrape real good the bowl really well. Normally I would leave that little bit in there and lick the bowl clean, but yeah, so and here I'm going to get a butter knife. Get a butter knife and kind of just zhuzh the batter around a little bit. You want to release all of the air bubbles and stuff that may be caught down inside the batter. You know, and just get as many of the air bubbles out before we stick it in the oven and let it bake. Alright guys, so don't forget, preheat your oven 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And guys, 1 hour 15 minutes later, we have this beauty. Now guys, I did allow my cake to kind of sit out. I took it out the oven and let it kind of sit out a little bit. So right now, honestly, the cake is not hot, but it's warm. So we're gonna flip it out the pan anyway for the sake of the video, and we're gonna take it and put it to the side and let it just finish cooling down. Now guys, we're gonna make a glaze, not a frosting, but a glaze. When you think of a glaze, I want y'all to think about for my 90s babies that are probably watching this video. Y'all remember back in the day when you used to go to the local Krispy Kreme donut in your area, and you used to see the donuts coming down the little belt, and then they go through the little glaze, Krispy Kreme waterfall, and all of the glaze just hit it real nice and good, and you be sitting there with the white mouth drooling. Okay, that's what we making, guys. That's what we making. We making a Krispy Kreme donut glaze, basically. And me, I choose to do mine with just water and confectionery sugar. And I must say, my glaze came out very, very nice. I'm telling you, all I was missing was some strawberries and dipping it in that glaze. Oh my God, it was so good. Plus the cake too. Yes. All right, so mixing up the bottom of the bowl, make sure everything's mixed well. Okay. Now I have my pastry brush, and now we're gonna just kind of drizzle. Well, not even drizzle. I like my cake, every inch of it, to be hit with the ice. I'm sorry, with the glaze. Excuse me, with the glaze. So I'm just gonna sit here with my pastry brush, and we end up with this end result. So this is my version of a 7-up pound cake, and for the sake of this video, we're gonna put the top on the cake dish. And guys, this is gonna go sit. I'm gonna sit in the refrigerator, and that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to @Kaniswa on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Peace.